Shalom. First, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'm going to get into with this article because today, supposed to be the day when the world ends. You know, the Christians thinking they supposed to get raptured today. Guess what? You didn't. You still here. You still here. Because you retarded ass Christians, you don't understand the prophecies. You know, you don't understand the prophecies, and the book is sealed to you. Oh, the book is sealed. The book is sealed to you. I'm trying to stay focused here. As soon as I get started, somebody sending me some fucking messages. Yeah, so the book is, when I'm talking about the book, the Bible is sealed to you so-called Christians, man. That's why you don't know that the day wasn't the day that the earth was supposed to end, or the world was supposed to end. You know? And even with that, you got that mixed up because the world doesn't end. It's just the end of someone's world ends. The end of their rulership. And we talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. His rulership ends. But guess what? You niggas still here. And you heathens. You know, so-called heathens, man. Not so-called heathens, but you are heathens. Everybody outside the nation of Israel, outside the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're known as heathens. And Jake is known as heathens too, because Jake has taken on your ways, your customs, man, trying to be like you. So you will find some instances in the scriptures where they call the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans heathens. You know, so nothing ended. Everything is still intact. You know, there's no rapture. So you niggas gotta go to church on Sunday with egg on your face, because you don't know the understanding and the breakdowns, and you don't know the seasons, man, or the times that we're in order for you to justify this being the end of the world. One main thing that didn't take place is the RFID microchip. You know, that has to be made mandatory, and that didn't happen. The economy didn't crash. You know, Jacob Trouble didn't come. So you damn, you fucking retarded Christians don't know what the hell you talking about. You need to stay out the scriptures, man, and you just need to read fucking, just Bible stories, man. Go into some of the history. Just read the Bible verbatim. Stop trying to break the scriptures down, because you don't know what the scriptures mean. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai sent the prophets, the men of the Lord, to break these precepts, these scriptures down, man. And now you got to go to church on Sunday with egg on your face, man. I got the date wrong, this, that, and the third, Let's get a little bit to this article. It says, is the rapture happening tomorrow, which is today? Pastor claims rapture, end of the world, September 23rd. And, and these Christians, they think they're going to get raptured out of this, what the scripture called Jacob's trouble. They think they're not going to have to go through any kind of trials and tribulations. They think they're just going to leave here unscathed. Like they're not going to be able to witness the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. The work of the Most High. They think they just going to get, whappo-zappoed out of here, man. But that ain't the case. A lot of you people calling yourself Christians, you're going to get flexed out during Jacob's trouble. And there's no fucking rapture coming for you, man, unless you're part of the elect. know, that's what they really mean. You know, they kind of mix it up. You know, what they really meant is the deliverance, man. The deliverance is going to take place, you know, where the elect are going to get beamed out of here right before the thermonuclear ICBM missiles get shot off. But the elect is going to go through, you know, some trials, man. During that, before that time happens, you're going to experience and witness some shit, Jake. You know, if you're in this truth, you know, you're gonna see people starving to death. You're gonna see death. You know, someone's gonna be thrown into prison. You know, some heads cut off. You know, things of that sort. You're gonna see the troops on the street. You're gonna see the economy crash. All that's gonna take place. You know, you're not just gonna be, unless the Most High has a way for you to come up to the spirit world, you know, and not have to endure that. But, you know, you're not just gonna get beamed up into a ship while Jacob Trouble going on, man. You know, and sitting up there chilling. No. You know, you gotta be, you know, the elect. You know, I don't know the certain amount of number, but you're going to be put through some things, man. You're going to be tested. And the scriptures say, hey, you got to stay faithful unto death. Let's go on. It says a pastor's prediction, rapture will occur tomorrow, September 23rd, or Wednesday, September 24th, has sparked a flurry of TikTok fear where people believing the end of the world is upon us. Yeah, the end of the world is upon us. The end of Esau Edom's world. You know, he's on his way out. He's on his way down, and Jacob, so-called Negro, Latinos, American, so-called Native Americans are on the way up. It says a viral video circulating on social media claims the rapture, a Christian belief related to the ends of times, will take place this week. Joshua Michaela, a South African preacher, oh Lord, damn South African, fucking probably a Hamite, shared his divine prophecy on YouTube, saying that Jesus appeared to him in a vision and revealed the exact date of his return. Now, how is that possible? You know, when you know, there's a precept saying that no one knows the time, not even the sun, not even the angels, when the day, you know, the Most High sends Yahweh Shai back. No one knows. No one knows the hour, man. So how these Christians claiming they know the Bible, but they're preaching contrary to what the scripture's saying? You know, they're a bunch of fucking morons and hypocrites. It says, stating that Jesus appeared to him in a vision and revealed the exact date of his return, which coincides with Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. When is the rapture happening? That's a good question. We don't know the exact date and time, but we do know the man of the Lord, the true prophet to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We know that we're close because we measure the time diligently within itself, man. Looking at the news articles, lining it up with the scriptures, you know. We see the economy on the ropes, $37-something trillion in debt. You know, the wars with the talk of war, rumors of wars, and you know, with the RFID microchip being here. So that's how we know. You know, we know that it's very close. You know, so you really don't have to go more into this foolishness that this South African preacher talking about. He's, you know, he got a vision from Yahweh Shah. It's like, how you get a vision and he didn't give you his real name? He gonna give you when he coming, this, that, and the third, but he didn't give you his name, his real name. Why would he even call himself Jesus? You know, it's complete madness. And that's why I can't wait till Yahweh Shemel shall return. And we just put these people in chains, man. They're getting dumber and dumber by the hour, by the minute. You know, everybody's scamming. You know, lying, scamming. You know, breaking the scriptures down wrong. You know, it's just, this place needs a cleansing, man. It needs the ultimate reset. You know, it needs righteousness upon the earth. You know? You know, the man of the Lord is, you know, hoping, you know, and waiting for righteousness to get established in the earth, man. Because the women out of control, Esau, Edom's out of control. The whole planet is in a disarray, man. And it's time for something new and refreshed, man. You know, it's time for life to come into the world, man. You know, and that life is being for you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans that Yahweh Shah is going to bring. You know? And he's going to transform this whole fucking planet, man. It's going to become clean. Drinking water's going to be nice. The land's going to be nice. You know, the animals are going to be good. You know, the earth is going to rejuvenate, man. But right now, as long as this damn dog in power, you can't do none of that, man. Let's get some precepts. So let's go ahead and bust up with that dumbass, you know, South African leader was talking about. You know, this is Matthew 24:36. It says, "But the day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." So this is Yahweh Shah talking about only Yahweh knows the time that he has for his son to come back. You know, he said he's going to leap off the throne once he get that green light, man. And he's going to come back and get his elect. He's going to get Jerusalem, man. The new Jerusalem. And he's going to kick Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, in his ass, man. He's gonna kick him in his ass, you know, and put his ass in chains and slavery and servitude like he's supposed to be doing, man. You know, he's gonna come back and beat the shit out of man of sin. You know, starting with the Rothschilds, man, the bankers. You know, it's gonna be an easy feat, man. It's gonna be no contest. You know, and we're fastly approaching that day. We're tired of these motherfuckers, man, trying to break down the scriptures, can't get it right. You know, these niggas can't get it right. These devils can't get it right. And these so-called niggas claiming they Hebrew Israelites, man, they can't get them right either. You know, they ain't got the 100% truth. You know, so you got to be careful out here, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua got to be dealing directly with you, man, in order for you to get the 100% truth and actually believe it and accept it and swallow it and eat that roll, man. You know, because if not, you'll fall for shit like this, talking about you're supposed to be there in the world. I'm on my way back to the house. I got off the plantation. And hey, guess what? It's still going on, man. I still got fucking slavery in the morning, man. Lord willing that I get up. Let's get Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The end is not yet, man, because World War III hasn't gone official, man. Official yet. It's not. It hasn't went thermonuclear. The troops haven't gathered in the, in the valley of decision. In the valley of Jehoshaphat, the troops haven't assembled there yet, man. So this man doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on his page and go talk some shit about him in a minute. These niggas out their mind, man. Stay y'all asses out of the scriptures and just listen to the man of the Lord and fucking take notes, man. Shut the fuck up. Leave the business up to the ambassadors, man. But hey, man, I pray this video was edifying to the elect. Hey, hang on, man. Stay faithful to the end. We almost out this bitch, man. Shalom. Before I get out of here, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Shalom.